Let's get to it. Here we go. Wait a minute. This feels a little slow. What the heck? Why am I moving so slow? What? Oh. Oh, God. It's another one of those Temp Chains maps. It's Temp Chains. Yes, yes. You all know that feeling. It's Temp Chains map. There it is. You can see it right there. Minus 22% action speed. Oh, it hurts so much. What am I going to do about that? Do I just want to run the map, re-roll the map? Everybody's least favorite affix on the map. Well, I'm going to tell you today what you can do about this, because you don't have to sit there and leave it haunting you all day long on all your maps. Rolling your maps for a great, brilliant magic find, quantity, rarity, increased number of rares, all that stuff, and then bam, just slam that temp chain in there. Don't worry about it. I got you covered. In 8 passive points, we can take that temp chains from 22 to 0%. Well, there's a caveat to that. Maybe if you're running a from nothing resolute technique, you can do that. But you can get pretty close otherwise. Okay, maybe there's a caveat to that as well. You need to be a ranger or huntress with a typical build on the typical layout. Slow is a debuff effect that causes actions to take longer. Slows can be applied to specific stats such as movement speed. If otherwise unspecified, it affects action speed. That includes all things: speed, attack speed, movement speed, every speed you can think of. Cast speed, maybe not cooldown speed, but pretty much everything. Oh wait, no, actually, skill effect duration, debuffs on you. Maybe it does affect cooldown speed. I don't think so. Anyway, there's a little bit of information here on the PoE2 wiki, primarily focusing on monsters, but I just figured I'd kind of point this out so you can read about slows, everybody's favorite topic. And then we have that beautiful purple icon there. Temporal Chains is also here, and a little bit more information can be found here, but not really in the way that I want to discuss today. But anyway, into Path of Building we go. I have highlighted slowing potency of debuffs on you. That is the magical language word phrase of the day, okay? There's your English lesson for the day. This is what we care about. If we take enough of this, we can make Temporal Chains do absolutely nothing to us. And check it out. We have a few really big notables and nodes on our way in the typical route for pretty much any Huntress or Ranger build. We have an 8% here, a 10% here, an 8% here, and then we got 8, 8, and 20. So let's go ahead and see what happens when I take those in game. I will have to sacrifice a few passive points, but that's okay, you know. I just can pretend I'm over leveled. Alright, Doriani, let's do a little respec, shall we? I think the least important points for me are probably these right here. Maybe, woo, barely by 1. Oh my goodness. And that gave me 5 points. Dang. Okay, fine. Take those. Okay, now then, I need to take this, this, this. Then I take this, this, this. Hey, bonus points! I don't get 10, I get 12 because of this nice little time lost emerald. You might be running one too, so you can get a little bit extra, perhaps. Now, I would like to go back in the map and see what this number says. -7. Well, that's certainly more suitable. If you play as much as me, you probably still notice that it's not 0, but, well, I mean, at least I can stomach a -7. I mean, that's only a third of what it was before. But we can do better. We can do better. Back to Doriani one more time. I am going to spec into unimpeded. 24% additional and 8% additional. Now, for me in total, if you add all of these up, by golly, you have, I believe, 96% reduced slowing potency of debuffs on you. And you know how this game works? It rounds down, which means it probably wouldn't be 100. But oh wait, I mean it rounds up if it's negative or backwards or something. I don't know. A PoE1 math logic. Anyway, 0% effect of Temporal Chains. Yes, buddy, I am free. I am moving at my maximum speed. I lost a little bit of power because I lost 8 passive points, but that's not so bad. Hey, why do we get all these tips on the screen? Get out of here. It's too much clutter. Yes, and now I can play at my normal pace. Ah, feels so nice to just go fast. There we go. Kind of weak, though. I'm so much weaker. I'm actually tanking stuff in this delirium. Feels good, man. One thing you might have noticed is that I have, you know, a silver charm. So you would think just by virtue of existing in that map, silver charm would be going off like crazy. But no, unfortunately it doesn't. When you acquire the debuff, I guess, if it's not like static on you all the time, then it goes off. Now, if I am running a Temporal Chains plus chilled ground map, this does go off all the time and it makes me immune to Temporal Chains. Don't really need to worry about it. But I have to get slowed first by some other alternate means for that to work. A little unfortunate that we don't have any sort of player stats in the game to let us know exactly how much we are reducing debuff slows by. I don't even think we have it in PoE, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, can confirm it does not work in PoE because the text is red. That means it's not programmed in here in any way. So this is just kind of all in the dark. Now, I am running a Resolute technique from Nothing Jewel. This is specific to the build I'm running because I get value out of increased skill effect duration and, you know, crit just like anybody else, and AoE and a little bit of extra life, stun threshold. And so I figured it would be kind of nice to have this. I even have some additional skill effect duration if I want. An absolutely excellent option there for any build that prioritizes those things, but I know that's not everybody. It just so happens that we have a whole bunch of extra really powerful, or I guess, you know, a total in 2 points, 32% reduced slowing potency of debuffs. So that is how I was able to get a 0% temp chains, and you can too if you are pathing anywhere near here and you want to run a from nothing. And you know what? I suppose there are probably some other ways to do it, or maybe not. Wow, maybe those literally are the only 3 wheels in the game for that. How crazy is that? That I just randomly had a build that just went right next to all 3 of those. Well, that's kind of awesome. Oh wait, no, there are a few here. Okay, there are a couple more. Sorry, a couple more. Oh, you could anoint these, I guess. Final takeaway of the video is that the reason why this actually matters, and I'm kind of making it kind of fun and quirky video out of this, but the reason it really does matter is because honestly, if you run maps and if you roll maps, anything like I do, which I also had a video on how to roll maps, you're gonna have a massive quantity of maps, and if you just type Temporal Chains, I mean, it's going to show up, okay? You know, there are going to be Temporal Chains maps in here, and it's not like you want to just throw them out. Like, look, this says Rarity and Temporal Chains. Maybe I want to craft on it because it might end up being good. So what I like to do is I will find the maps that are good, and I'll roll them like they're normal, okay? And look, I'm not going to not run this map. This is 19% quant, 105% rarity. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save it. I'm going to pile them all up together, and then I'm going to respec from Doriani for all of those maps. Just run them all in order, and then I don't have to deal with it. You know, it's not that much of a headache. If you mess with your build every single time you get one, like you step out, step back in, that's pretty annoying. Okay, I don't want to do that. Do you want to like actually pay attention to those maps, put them off to the side, run them all at once with the respec, reduced potency of debuffs on you, and you'll have a much better day doing that, I think. Well, that's it. Pretty short video. That's all we're going to talk about in this one. Just something you can deal with. Everybody's least favorite affix. I figured out how to deal with it a while back, and people would be like, wait, what the hell? How do you have a 0% temp chain? So I just figured I'd share, you know, doing it. It's not really that big of a thing, but, you know, it's whatever. Gotta make a video. 1 video a day, right? It's good. So, guys, thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, you want to tell me what you want to see next, let me know. I am all ears. We're going to keep on moving, keep on grinding, coming out with some more videos, more tech stuff, and some more farming videos for sure. See you guys in the next one.